Welcome back to another episode of Dale's a Crowd, the podcast. Today we're going to be talking about anxiety and dealing with a mental institution, how I pronounce words, and if blind people can hallucinate. Today we're talking with our old friend Zach Perry, who actually got me into filmmaking. I can't tell you how many times I put him on my resume, but I can tell you the times Nate has said soft and squishy. A few times. It's not a lot, but it's enough for Phil to be sussy. Oh, I fucking hate myself so much. All right, let's restart this. This is garbage. Hello.
Bimphus, Bamphus, Borphus, Bomphus. Let's get this started, guys.
Yes. I'm your host, Roland.
And, of course, as per usual, the best one ever, me, Phil, Gabagoo.
What do we do with these intros? I never know what's happening. How was your Thanksgiving? No, how was
my Thanksgiving?
Let's get in the personal conversation bit.
It was pretty good. Had some turkey. It's pretty good turkey. How about you?
It was good. You know, we had most of the family there. I think we had lunch at 12:30 and day drinked until we all were forced to go home.
Day drinked?
Yeah. Oh yeah, everybody day drinks. It's a big thing. Pop got drunk. And at the end of it, we were all trying to get him in the house, and he was like, I don't want to go in there. Your grandmother's going to judge me, which was true. But we went in, and he was just worried about the energy. Even as drunk, he was like, this is too much money. Turn off the lights, there's 2 fans, and that you have to turn off by remote. And so...
You have weird setups for, all the electricity.
I know, everything is so weird. I didn't set it up, but I was like, okay, fine, I'll do it. Don't worry about it, I'll get it. So I took it, there's 2 remotes on the wall, and so I took them up. He was like, you just need one. I don't know why you're taking both of them. And I was like, okay, fine. So I put one of them back. He was like, that's the wrong one, idiots. It was a good time. It was fun.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just played Fortnite. That was fun.
Anything new? Anything going on?
Well, we got the YouTube channel. It's up now.
Yeah.
We're filming. We did an episode of Change the Flannel.
Yeah.
Which is our watching party show.
I'm a part of it. Yes.
Yeah. Well, the audience wasn't there.
I'm just making it about myself.
As per usual. We watched the best movie we could have watched. Jesus Christ, Vampire Hunter.
You know, I feel like Christianity has the worst marketing ever. I feel like they should do more of that. You know how metal Christianity is? Why don't they be like, dude, it's fucking sick. We impale our Lord and Savior.
After seeing that movie, I really don't want to see anything related to that. I think the musical number really threw me for a loop.
Yeah, that was really random. At the first half, you get all these musical numbers, and then you never saw them again.
It just didn't make sense.
None of it made. There was not one point in time where that movie just. I don't even like thinking about it, to be honest.
Yeah, you'll see the bits of it. We also did the 100% chocolate challenge. It's bad. I lost bad. You kind of threw up.
Almost. I didn't.
You definitely spit things out.
Yes. I will attest to that.
It's real low energy we got right now, but that's
because I'm looking at we have a special guest here.
Yeah, we have a special thing. Not just one. We have 2 guests, but you already know one of them. So let's talk about the guest we kidnapped today.
Ruffling sounds.
I could see through the bag the whole time.
That's not true. I posted a picture of it on Twitter. Also, we have a Twitter.
Oh, cool. You want to plug your @ real quick?
@Dale's a Crowd, but the E is a Dale.
Why do you have to spell all that out?
No, it's not. Honestly, that would have been funny.
I think I did do that one time. I was like, D is for dick.
Oh, yeah, you did that and it wasn't funny, and the audience said it was terrible. That episode hasn't come out yet, but I'm just going to go ahead and predict it.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. I have no concept of time anymore. I'm sorry.
To be honest, we also kind of kidnap ourselves to be here.
Yeah.
Also,
what the hell are you guys looking on your phone?
Yeah.
Oh, we were playing Hangman, and then we was playing, what was the other one? Tic-tac-toe. That's it, tic-tac-toe. I love it.
That's okay.
Okay, so yeah, our guests are Nate, who you've met before, and Zach. Say hi, Zach.
Hi, Zach. That's such a dad joke.
Man, that really sets the tone for this episode.
I listen.
So, Thanksgiving just passed, at least in our time right now, the time we live in, not the time that people are listening.
Did you do anything fun for Thanksgiving?
Yeah.
Oh God, no. It sort of on my own fun. I amuse myself.
Okay.
So like, I don't know. We're white people, right? So.
Last time I checked, yes.
Yeah. So what do we play after Thanksgiving? We play apples to apples.
Oh, yes.
We played that last night at Thanksgiving too.
Shit, man, you're white too. But like, I was so my sister. We won't dive into this that much, but my sister is dating a 30-year-old man.
What?
Wow.
And this 30-year-old man used to be her high school soccer coach, by the way.
You're... What?
I'm not making this shit up.
He's telling the truth. I met the man.
Okay, so anyways, right? I don't like him.
Of course.
That's understandable.
He voted for. Can we get into politics on here?
Yeah.
He voted for fascism twice.
Yeah.
Like once okay, sure, but like twice.
Once is understandable. Like Germany did it.
Yeah, I mean, accidentally. Well, okay. Anyway, I'm getting really off base. But like, I wanted to like test the waters a little bit, and so we were playing the apples to apples, and like, I think the card was. I mean, if you don't know the rules, it's like an adjective, and you have to put other adjectives with it. But the card was like unreliable, and I happened to have the card elections, and so I just
Okay.
Nice.
and they're like, elections? No. Barbara Streisand. Or like, there was another one. I know the Clintons were in there, but I don't remember what I put them in there for. No one thought it was funny but me, but like...
So he didn't pass the
Welcome
test.
Yeah, welcome to this podcast. Nobody thinks it's funny but us.
Do you have viewers?
Yeah,
There's listeners, actually. So.
surprisingly, we have a lot more than I expected.
Yeah.
And thank you guys for that.
Thanks.
Thanks, Nick. I know it's you and your like 100 different alt accounts.
Thank you to my cousins, the Menzies. I know you're listening. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Who?
I hope no one I know is listening.
Doesn't your girlfriend listen to this?
I
swear.
Does she?
Oh, yeah, she listens to all the episodes.
Oh, that's nice.
I'm sorry.
The only reason I don't is because Spotify.
Oh yeah. Well.
Yeah, we're moving platforms.
Yeah, we're
trying to get there.
Yeah, we're to YouTube for that. So yeah, another thing about Thanksgiving is you're thankful for things, I guess.
Are we going to go around the table and say what we're thankful for? Is that what you're getting
No.
at? Oh,
Thank you.
okay. Sorry for predicting.
No, I just wanted to say, like, one of the things that I'm thankful for is, in high school, like, I really was questioning, like, what I wanted to do with my life. And Zach came along and was like, hey, we want to film a video for a school project. And that was when I realized, yeah, I could do this for a living.
Did I do that?
Yeah, you were like, hey, yeah, you want to film this this school project for, like, science class?
Oh, well, no, I wasn't questioning that it happened. I was just questioning that I ever asked. It usually was just like not. It was like involuntary.
Well, I was like, you're like, oh, like, we should film a video for this. I was like, let's fucking do it. Let's do it right now.
I will say, I do remember that Zach and Phil invited me to a filming and got me on that.
And you were our curse.
Was that the,
Okay, I wasn't the only person that you guys had bad luck when it came to projects.
Oh no, it was all of them, really.
Yeah. I did feel bad, and I did think that for the longest of time. I was like, I'm their curse. I want to be their guy, but I'm their
really?
curse. Yes.
Yeah, because it was the Christmas one and Clown Face.
I think like for some reason we thought that we can like we'll watch a Marvel movie and we're like, let's fucking do that.
And then we made Horseman.
that was actually, I think, a bet. And it was like, y'all should do like a horse superhero.
God, how did that one? That was just, we just thought what would be fun to film.
Can I like be honest with you guys right now? I went to go visit my my dad's side of the family in Florida, and they talk about how that's their favorite video I've ever done was Horseman. I'm barely in that one.
What's funny is, you know the Doomba one?
Uh-huh.
A couple years ago, a blog called The Verge came up with this news article about how people are using their Roombas to play Doom. I don't know the logistics of it.
Okay.
But that keyword.
It maps out a room, so it maps out your house, the Roomba does, and it turns it into a level in the video game.
That was it.
Yeah, I've heard of that, yeah.
And because of that article, our really bad short film got like 5,000. It's like, I think it's at 6,000 views right now.
Yeah.
For no reason.
It's like you look at it and it's like Panic makes sense why it's got so many high views, and then Doomba has like the second highest amount of views at 6,000, and then the rest of them are like 700.
Why is the only one I'm shirtless in
Yeah, why are the two ones? I'm shirtless in one, he's shirtless in the other. Are we the sex appeal?
Oh God, I hope not.
You were. Yeah.
I'll never forget when Crossan walked in.
Yes.
First day of senior year, and he goes, "Yeah, I got super excited, woke up early, saw you guys posted a video, decided to watch it while I was eating breakfast. I didn't finish breakfast that morning."
That man said my nipples ruined his day. I ain't been the same since.
Hey, how many nipples do you have?
Dale.
That's right.
It's not that rare of a thing.
Yeah,
I'm not saying it's a
I know some
rare
people
thing.
with Dale nipples.
And it's not even like a big obtrusive nipple. It's like barely a nipple. You'd think it's a mole if you didn't know any better.
Yeah.
Are we certain it's
Yeah, I mean...
Can I milk it is the question.
No, you can't milk my fucking nipple.
Don't know why you're so offensive about that, but I think you guys have you prophesized a little bit. You've come to see the future, because with Clownface, that was a big thing. And
Clownface came out like when we were filming it. 4 months later, all of a sudden everything was like, "There's killer clowns on the loose."
Yeah, what was the deal with that?
They vandalized the school.
I never know what happened to them, because they just disappeared. I've said it before on other things, but
I don't think
like,
that ever really happened.
Halloween rolled around. That was definitely part of it. Was like it was blown up on social media because people were just faking it.
Yeah, I think a few kids went out with spray paint occasionally or something. Maybe someone did it occasionally, but I think a lot of people were just like, "Yeah, I saw a scary clown," or just a lot of fake shit.
I did see one. After we were hanging out on, that's that back road.
Oh, radio station.
The back road from radio station.
Old Conover.
Yeah, something like that. But anyways, there was one at the stop sign, and I remember as soon as I saw it, I called him, and I was freaked the hell out because we were just talking about that, and then when I called him, he was like, "Oh, yeah, did you drive away?" So, I mean, yeah, I didn't part. So what scares you, Nate?
What do you mean?
What are you afraid of?
I don't know.
I just thought of something. I'm not gonna say it, but
because I talked about how I was thinking about living in your house for a week dressed as a shadow person.
I mean, normal things
You
scare me.
weren't
If someone
afraid of that.
no, I mean, I don't know what scares me, but I'm sure I'd get scared if there was someone in my house with a gun, or if
basic shit.
yeah, I don't. There's nothing. I mean, if I was in a ghost situation, I'd be pretty flipped out. But I mean, I guess anyone would be flipped out if there were ghosts.
I've still not had an experience. I'm waiting.
I'm telling you, you will.
Hannah gave me a haunted doll, and I've had no problems.
That's not true. We did the little crystal over it thing, and then it was
yeah, and then nothing happened.
It was yeah, Roland, I'm gonna kick your ass or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh
well.
Ghost, if you can hear me, you're on some pussy shit.
Actually, can I ask you something? What happened with the naughty list?
I don't think we've ever finished it.
Well, obviously we never finished it. But, what was the reason that you're never mind?
I think I forgot what it was. I think we, actually I think that I put it all together, and I think Philip and we may have sat down to watch it, and I just remember it was me and someone else, and at the end we were watching it, and we were I don't want anyone to see that. It was so bad. Yeah. Because our final climactic, it was supposed to be a tearjerker, and we didn't even hide that Philip was reading off a script. It was on his lap in the frame,
and I was laughing hysterically. I don't think that ever showed up.
Yeah, no, it definitely showed up in the frame because it wasn't. There was no tripod, even though I know we brought one.
Yeah.
It was unwatchable, and then Clownface, you drank a child's worth of Mountain Dew, and
That's okay. I don't know about it. I definitely think it was because I drank out of the chocolate fountain, but
I think it was because your appendix burst.
What was the chocolate fountain?
oh yeah, when I went to go pick Roland up from his ex-girlfriend's birthday party,
I forgot about that.
There was a chocolate fountain there, and I was like, "Hey, you
I
guys want me to
forgot
like
about
take a
that.
shot out of this?" And they were like, "You won't do it," and then I did, and they were like, "Oh, we probably shouldn't have egged him on to do that."
Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. That was fun.
woof.
I faked being sick at first because I just didn't want to go to school one day, and then like later that night, I was like, "Oh, I actually don't feel good."
Wow.
I genuinely thought it was karma because I was like,
Yeah, God was like, "Oh, you son of a bitch! I'm gonna give it to you good now." Oh, wow.
You know, a few weeks ago, I actually looked into. I was like, can I just get rid of my appendix? Because like, I'm just waiting. I know it's gonna bust. Like I eat absolute shit, and it's just like, what's the point? Like, why can't I walk in and be like, I would like this removed?
You know that like eating has nothing to do with it, right? Like it just bursts randomly.
Like a spontaneous combustion situation.
Well,
No,
that's
straight
what.
up. That's why it's like it's a whole thing of like it's just a waiting game.
Oh.
But you're right though. Like I don't get why it's like a thing of like why can't I just get this out now?
Yeah, that should be like a standard like baby procedure or something.
Like a baby performs the procedure.
Or
Of course.
well,
No.
now I'm interested in this. What?
No. We do it on the babies. Like, come out of the womb, you pop the appendix out when it's soft and squishy.
Nick, you said soft and squishy like at least twice today, and I'm wanting to know like where did you get that from?
Soft and squishy? I mean, I don't know if I got it anywhere.
Adjectives, Philip.
Like, he said those specific too. Like there was an episode.
I love how you think that's such like a rare phrase to say.
I've never heard Nate say soft and squishy before in like that way.
I'm sure I've said soft and squishy. Now I've said it 4 times, but now we're talking about it.
Well, yeah.
Hannah, if you're listening, I know that's something that's frequently said.
Hannah, don't listen to him.
So, do you have any? Okay, just be loud on the podcast, Nate.
I was trying to do it when no one was talking, but you decided to talk over my can opening.
Son of a dick.
That was a sound effect, actually.
Yeah. Do you have any short films that you're planning on working on?
Yeah, I got one in the tube right now.
Okay.
I'm working with, or I've reached out to the producer of. Shit, what do you make? I'm not confident on this, but I want to say the Truman Show, but like.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, this is kind of a humble brag, but like, I'm shooting for something next summer in like the Winston-Salem area.
Okay.
And it's about this suburban dad who recently divorced. His wife left him, and
Love to hear it.
It's just I know. I try to make happy stuff after the pandemic, but like after his wife left him, he tries to bond with his son by being the getaway driver for his bank robbery.
Okay.
So I'm putting that together. Got a budget, and let's throw it at the wall, see what happens.
Nice. I like it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Good for you, man. That sounds really cool.
Thanks. We'll see what happens. I don't know if I want your curse, but
Okay.
but then again, I think it would be interesting.
All right. Okay.
Well, hey, I think the curse is lifted because we've got 4 episodes of this out.
Yeah, I've got some. We made some short films together, and
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that
we
too.
got some cool things. I won an award one time. That was nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
I've seen the shorts that you've done. I was like, okay,
Oh.
all right, it's gone.
Which ones?
Oh, thanks.
But like which ones though?
I think anything that's on your Vimeo now, I've seen it.
Oh, I appreciate that. Thank you.
They're good, man.
Yeah.
Seriously.
You don't have to say that because we're holding a gun to your head. You can just say like you can say.
That's
what
what
you
that
want.
was.
Yeah.
I thought Nate was behind.
Oh
Oh.
my god.
I'm so sorry. I'm been derailing your
No.
conversation.
No.
No, that's what this is. There is no like rail.
No railing takes place in this house.
Yeah, you son of a dick. I was reading your script from like I think you were like 16 or something like that. The clown face script.
Oof.
And I was like, this is good. I hate how he has really good. It's very professional writing. Like
The Google Docs.
yeah, no, and like of
I
course
mean,
it's
it
Google
works.
Docs, but like you
It-
actually had you knew the format and you knew how to to write a script. Like you made sure not to put too much details into it, and It was actually really good.
Thank you. I think it's so weird that like in the film industry, I think people who have no idea what the hell they're doing are like by far the most successful. Because the people who do, they're like, oh, you have to follow this rule, and like, what's that like? They have like a whole book series where it's like Save the Cat, and it's like that's like you have to follow this formula where you save the cat. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm not putting a cat in my script.
What?
You know?
Oh,
So yeah, where
I don't
did
read
you?
books.
Yeah,
I read-
what was your? Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Well, I mean, you did it, so
I apologize. I stopped myself from doing it more.
it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Go fuck
There it
yourself.
is. I was waiting. Where, like, what was your inspiration for, like, where did you learn how to film when you were in high school?
Messing up a lot. I mean, YouTube videos definitely helped, but like we would do something, and like we would realize, oh, we needed equipment for that instead of putting a human being up in a tree. Or,
Yeah.
Like, I know Quentin Tarantino says this, and I hate the quote because it's so cheesy. But like, the more movies you watch, the smarter you get. But also, when you're a high schooler, you're watching very particular movies,
Yeah.
which are phenomenal. But we couldn't recreate those movies. Like in Clownface, we wouldn't have a scene where someone's hanging from the ceiling with intestines. That never would have gotten shot.
Yeah.
I don't know what we were planning on doing.
We talked about
We were
bringing
just
a
gonna wing it.
scissor lift into the cafeteria.
Yeah, we were gonna wing it.
Okay, well, someone kept encouraging us to use the scissor lift, though, right?
I mean, it was definitely written into the script, and I was like, why did we want to use the scissor lift so bad?
We had it because we were like, God, we're high schoolers, we're stupid, let's do it.
No, I remember your suggestion was fishing wire. You brought a spool of fishing wire, and we were gonna jerry rig somebody to it, and
Not hanging somebody up with fishing wire, surely. I know we had to do the doors with fishing wire, and that actually worked out halfway decent.
That worked really good.
That's a really cool shot.
Big fan.
But no, I completely understand and know what you mean about, like, kind of messing up your films, because you'll watch it and be like, this is horrible. I hate
yeah.
this.
Wait,
Yes.
horrible?
Yes, you say this every episode. Yes.
I love it. I love how you say it.
Anyways,
Say it
but
again.
I
Say it
totally
again.
understand
One more
because
time. One more
you'll
time.
hear it in that horrible.
There it is.
Okay. Dick.
I'm not hearing it.
Yeah. But I completely understand because I'll watch one of my things and be like, oh, this sucks. But I'll learn so much. I'll be like, all right, well, now I know not to do this. Now I know I could probably do this instead. So it's such a good learning experience. So I
Right? Yeah.
100% get it.
It also doesn't, because like there are some times where you, like it's definitely like with the first week of it being out, you're like, this is like I feel so proud of myself.
Yeah.
Phil, what do you think? Roland, I'm gonna be honest with you. Atlas Complex, not great. And then you watched I forgot like what criticism I gave, but you texted me like the next thing, like I watched it again. I fucking hate you. You're right, but like I
No,
hate you.
there was like a certain, you mentioned like a certain shot, and I was like, yeah, that doesn't really, now I understand, but yeah, I didn't understand like exposure or contrast or just how to work my computer or my camera at all. So it's hard to watch that thing, but it's,
I'm still upset we didn't use that Chris Evans joke.
well, that didn't make any
It was funny.
Yeah, it was funny, but it didn't go along with the story.
So the whole joke is Brandon Taylor. You know him.
Yeah.
He's gonna be a guest on here soon. He was playing like Roland, kind of.
Oh.
Like it was a character, and it kind of like
It was the main character.
Okay, so it was written like.
kind of.
All right, let's get into it. Fuck
it wasn't-
All right.
It was a
So-
psychological thing.
So I went to therapy for a little bit, and as we all do, and the guy was telling me I have problems with what's that fake word?
Your prostate.
No, that's trust me, that's a real thing.
That's real. You're talking about the female
Closure.
orgasm.
Yeah, yeah, that fake ass thing. And he was like, "You have problems with closure," and I was like, "Yeah, that's why I'm here, dick." And but he did give me good advice. He was like, "I wonder what it would be like if you saw these scenarios in your head, these fake arguments that you create, and put it on screen." And I was like, "Oh, I think you have something there." So I wrote this really short script about basically this guy's in this diner and he's waiting for a friend, and he's talking to his quote unquote friends, but really it's just like his anger, his anxiety, his depression just like nagging him. And
I was the depression.
obviously.
You did so good, man.
I did.
Yeah.
You could have believed it, honestly. Like you.
Well, you just had that sad face.
Wait, you never left the role, really?
Yeah.
No.
He goes in deep.
Yeah?
Are we still talking about the same kind of movies?
I
here,
don't
or-
know. I don't know. But but yeah, I base a lot of it
Nice.
on real life.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah. I made Charlie play himself. That was fun. Charlie
he was
Crawford.
angry, wasn't he?
Was
No.
Rage. Oh.
He
No,
played
he was-
this
he
this
was-
dickhead that I try to reconnect with.
Oh, this was that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that was...
Well, it wasn't like completely based on Charlie, but it mostly was.
Is this the one I'm thinking of, Philip?
The Atlas Complex.
Yeah. The one where.
Where he's in a diner.
Yeah.
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 I've definitely seen this one, and I'm so sorry, but I don't know if I got it on my first pass, so that I probably have to watch it again. I'll be, oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's like your friends are dicks.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
That's the
I mean,
point.
we are.
Yeah.
So. But anyways, there was a whole scene we're talking about like how I think I was the one that brought up something about like being like Chris Evans, and then the anxiety guy who he was like wouldn't it be Chadwick Boseman or something like that, because we're black, and I was wearing sunglasses the whole time, so I take off the sunglasses and I go, I'm white.
It's just like,
And it was
just to
I
make it
thought
a little
I thought
more lighthearted.
I thought it
because
was the funniest. I thought it was such a good joke. I was like,
Yeah.
I love this.
I mean, I think I released it somewhere. I don't know
It's
where
somewhere.
it is, but yeah, it just
Also-
didn't fit. I wanted everybody to be depressed by the end of it.
There
you know?
is there is.
I wanted people to feel like shit.
We did literally film part of that through rose tinted glasses.
Oh yeah, literally, like there was glasses that were rose tinted. I just put them over the camera
Cause
to give like a
yeah, you were like yeah, I'm gonna have to edit in this effect, and I go, well, I've got these Tony Stark glasses that are like pink. You want to use these?
Yeah, but the character is literally looking at this couple with rose tinted glasses, so it was perfect.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
That was pretty smart, actually.
Yeah,
Until you decide that, like, you don't want that in post, and you're like, fuck.
it looked good.
No, it looked good. I liked it. I definitely could have gotten copyrighted because I used a sales song.
Dude, don't even get me started. I added up how much money I could make from Panic if I
Uh-huh.
didn't use a copyrighted song. I'm so pissed.
What was the song? Wait, what was the song that you used? I haven't watched Panic in a
Was
while.
it that background, like, sad piano music?
Yeah, it's so stupid because I went to one of those websites where you can license songs for like a film for like
Uh-huh.
$120, and I would have probably made like triple that by now. But like, I just screen recorded that and then took the audio from it.
Why didn't you just use like? There's so many
I
sites where
Well,
it's
at
like
the,
non-copyright.
at the time, like the YouTube audio library,
Yeah.
that didn't exist.
Yeah, but you did the same thing. You got, for the little vlogs we did for that summer vacation, you used all copyright-free songs.
Yeah, but nobody's seen those enough for there to be a copyright strike.
I've watched those several times.
Really?
Yeah, just because I sit there and I'm like, that was a fun time. Let's go back to Pigeon Forge sometime.
Our whole like car ride back, I think, is just his gold from start to finish.
The car ride back where half of it we were all asleep.
It was actually...
I wasn't asleep. I was driving.
It was all in the ground.
You were almost asleep.
I slept damn good, though.
You were sprawled out on the back seat. I'm sorry. I know we said no racism.
No, right before an episode, we were like, what are things that we can't talk about to just make sure the safety, and Zach was like, just don't be racist. I feel like that's
It's not racist. It was just a slip of the tongue.
Yeah.
If you would have said black seat, it would have been way more offensive.
Why? 'Cause
Why
of
is
an
that?
accent? Wow.
Yeah. A fake fan, you don't listen to the podcast. I'm kidding.
I came in and said this. I was like, I am a fake fan.
I'm kidding. But Roland does say black with a hard A.
No, all of
Take
my
a sip.
family does. They're from Jersey, so it's just I say black.
Well,
Wait, hang on. Do a double time.
black.
Black.
Am I having a stroke? What's going on here?
I think it definitely, like, it's lessened because we bullied him over it. But he definitely at one point was like talking to this one guy who just so happened to be African American, and
Can I tell this story? No, because you told it last time, so I'm gonna tell this
all
story.
right, fine, you can tell it this time.
Philip has this gray, dusty ass.
It's not gray. It's supposed to be black.
Okay, but it's gray now,
Okay.
and that's the point. It's a gray Universal hat, and the guy comes up to him and he's like, "Dude, Universal, they got mad bitches there." And so they're talking about it, and I was like, "Yeah, you like that hat? That's so much. It used to be black."
But you said it like black. like you,
I don't know how black. I don't. What do you want me to? I don't understand. I don't even know how
And then we just
black.
because we were
I
trying
don't
to
know how to say it like a normal person since I'm
black.
such a freak.
Just go like black.
Black.
I hate this.
There's a hard K on that one. No.
Whatever.
Well, I gotta say Blackburn a lot.
And that was Zach's impression of a toad.
No, my impression of Toad will be.
That'll sound great on audio.
You gotta love that peak audio. Mario.
Nintendo copyright says.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh.
See how I waited? I'm kidding. Nate,
Yep.
I'm glad to have you here.
You gotta wait till you're taking room tone to do that.
We should probably start
We never
taking
do
room
room
tone.
tone.
Nah.
And like for podcasts,
Yeah, you work on like an actual podcast.
yeah. And
Oh, that's not this one.
oh no, no, I actually get paid to do like podcast work. It's like a couple $100 a month. Like it's nothing crazy.
Oh.
But yeah, I don't do any. Well, I have a segment where I just like rant for like 8 minutes, and I'll edit that. But everything else, they pay like an editor to work with. And I've noticed that sometimes they'll edit my videos. Like they're like, it's not the best.
Not there yet.
Like they'll put like background music in it, or I was watching one because we have this weird Thanksgiving tradition where my cousins will come over and we'll watch like all the videos I've done this year. And I was showing them a Rolling Underground video. They like shortened the clips, so I like to have a little awkward space sometimes.
Yeah.
And they just cut it. It's like they try to trim it as much as they could. Oh, those jerks. I mean, thank you, boss.
It's for the YouTube algorithm.
Yeah.
I had some and I lost it. It was right there and it was just gone. I was like,
I don't know if you want to talk about this, but how did you get in contact with that producer?
One of the old producing faculty that I knew really well at UNCSA, and then I like reached out to him. I was like, "Hey, you definitely don't know me anymore, but like, remember when I got super mentally ill and had to drop out?" And they were like, "Cool, I'll find you some people." And then I'm trying to figure out how to word this because it is slightly fishy, but I got a film grant from a place where, you know, they give film grants to like, here, come film at this location.
Yeah.
And then I got a film grant for that location. I won't be filming at that location because I did move. So, but it's, yeah. That didn't answer your question, did it?
Not at all. No.
Email.
Okay.
I mean, I was interested. I was like, wow.
No, I was definitely interested. Yeah, no.
But you did ask me before the podcast about like mental illness kind of stuff, and I told you I was going to tell you something on the podcast, and I finally remembered what it was.
Oh, yes.
Schizophrenia.
Yeah, so Zach asked me if I've ever experienced schizophrenia. There was a period in my life where I just didn't sleep at all, and I this was like right around when I was helping Nate move into his current apartment, and I started seeing like a specific shadow man. Have you ever seen the movie Ouija 2 Origin of Evil?
What'd you just call
Yeah, how do you, I'm sorry, how did you pronounce that?
Ouija?
A Ouija? Wow.
Ouija.
Wow,
How do you
okay.
pronounce it?
Ouija.
It's not Ouija.
It is Ouija. It's
It's
like
Ouija
Luigi,
board.
but Ouija.
Yeah, Ouija.
That's how you say Ouija board.
Nah, that's not how it's spelled.
I'm Googling this.
All right, you Google that. Anyways, yeah. So Doug Jones is in it, and he plays this character called Ghoul Marcus, who's this like completely shadowed creature with no mouth and big yellow eyes. And I would just see him. But he was never, like, and like I was never like, he's evil. I would just be like, there's the guy, there's the dude. And he'd, like, peek out of corners, and it was never, like a quick, like, peek. He would, like, swing himself out and just look at me, and I'm like, how's it going? And then he'd just move back. Like, I was super casual about it.
Did you say you had a hat?
No.
Oh.
Was that the...
Sorry?
Was that a bull? I'm trying to figure out the... Damn it. Never mind.
Oh, that was like a creepypasta where like a lot of people were like, oh, I'm actually seeing... There's like this lore of they're called like the Hat Man, where people get really insomnia-like, and they start seeing this man in a hat. And
Oh.
I was like, did you see the Hat Man?
No, I've never heard of that. But yeah, like once I started sleeping, it was okay. And I was never afraid of him, really. I was just like...
I think that's good that you stayed calm.
Yeah, I think like when I was like, yeah, I definitely haven't slept in a few days, and I've definitely seen that thing in a movie before. But like it was like slightly different. So it was like...
Well, just straight up hallucinating is a symptom of staying up too late.
Yeah.
Like, I remember Kirkland did a project where he had to stay up for like 4 days during finals, which I found was very weird. I don't know why you would pick that time to test that theory out, but yeah,
Poor timing.
He was like, yeah, that third day I was starting to see some shit.
Well, that's, yeah, no. For me, it was like, I think it was like I didn't sleep well. Like, I slept probably like 8 hours in 6 weeks.
Wow.
Yeah, it was bad. But about the third week, I started like that was when things started becoming like audio and visually like hallucinations. And it was just like I was just like seeing things and hearing things, and it would just be like, what's going on? Like, you just kind of like give up, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Like after not sleeping for that long, you just go like, all right, whatever happens, happens.
Okay, you mentioned hallucinating, and like before the podcast we were talking about, I was like, yo, I accidentally took spice like completely by accident. So like spice is apparently like synthetic cannabis, which is like, I think it's normal for some people. And so like I took one of the, I love gummy worms, so I got it in like gummy worm form. Took the whole gummy worm, did not know I was supposed to take a quarter of it.
Oh no.
And so I'm sitting there with my best friend. We're watching Twilight.
Okay.
And I feel great. I didn't really feel it, and so I was like, that's a bummer. I spent like $50 on this. So I went to go get like a beer, and then as soon as I like shut the fridge, it was like a time jump, and I was like, how did I get in this bed? And we're watching like something.
Oh, wow.
And then like another time jump, I'm upside down on the floor. And you guys ever been on the Haunted Mansion at Disney?
Yes.
So, like, the room was doing that. Like, the walls were just going straight up. And so, like, I was trying to get as far down on the floor. And then all of a sudden, like, my dad walked in the room. My dad did not walk in the room, mind you. So, and I was like, Dad, what are you doing here? And I was told by someone else that I was just screaming at my dad. I was like, you can't be here! But in reality, I was screaming at my best friend. And it was, oh my god. Oh my god.
That sounds horrible.
It was terrible.
Jeez.
I was hearing like fucking voices.
That is always it's. I feel like the visuals aren't as scary as like the auditory stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. People who do acid,
I question people who do acid, because I'm always like, you see things, but like, do you know? Do you know
things?
No, like, do you know that they're not there, or is it so real to you? I don't know.
I have a question for Nate Blackburn, actually. Can blind people hallucinate?
That's a solid question. Boy, howdy, I ain't thought about that one.
I think if... I'm going to jump in.
Oh, yeah, no.
But I think if they've had vision before, that they can hallucinating, like seeing things. But if they've never had sight before, I doubt it.
That's a good point.
Because they would never know.
Well, have you ever heard what it's like to be blind? Because everyone like closes their eyes and they're like, oh, that's what it's like.
Yeah.
That's not what it's like.
I heard they can't see very well.
That is true. But it's not that you see like just darkness. Being blind is essentially like looking straight and trying to look at your nose. Because, like, you know how you can't see your nose? Like,
Oh.
that's what it's like, but it's everything.
I've always heard it's like, try and envision like you're trying to look from your hand. Like you're like I'm gonna point my hand this way. I'm gonna see what my hand is seeing. You can't do it. You can't even imagine it. There's no way you can. That's how I've always heard it.
Well, then why are blind people sticking their hand out?
Well, they're trying to see everything. Did you not hear the?
Yeah, but they can't. So, like, why are they doing it?
No, they're trying to feel.
You know, I think there's one person in the world who could probably do that, and it's the pale man from Pan's Labyrinth.
Because he
got
does
the
have
eyes.
right.
Yeah.
Didn't we watch a video in high school of, like, this guy that would make dolphin noises as, like, radar?
Oh, echolocation.
Yeah.
God, don't get me
Wow,
started.
echolocation. Don't.
They're upset with me because I was convinced that I could do it.
He tried to convince us he had echolocation, so we're like, okay, Phil, I'm gonna blindfold you. Go find, like, I'm gonna spin you around. Here's a room full of, like, chairs and shit. Don't fall. Try and find this bag of chips or something like that.
It was a water
remember
bottle.
that.
It was a water bottle. And he sits there stumbling around this room for like 5 minutes or so, and then Hannah over there by the bag of chips starts like making a noise or something, and he finds it. He's like, see guys, I told you I had echolocation.
I was sitting there, I go... Like, I just click my tongue a bunch, and then I would, like, have my hands out so I didn't bump into anything.
Isn't that where that... It was a scrap sketch, but, like, you were going to play Daredevil who did that.
Oh, yeah, no, that was part of the reason I was like, yeah, I could do it. Like, it was so easy for me to do it as fake Daredevil. Like, obviously I can do it. Why did we not, like, do that? Like, I always thought that, like, the Daredevil bit was funny.
There's a lot of bits we didn't do.
I don't know. I still have most of them.
We should definitely put that out somewhere.
On the hub.
On the hub.
Pornhub?
The hub.
Okay. Interesting.
I'm not making Pornhub videos with you guys.
I've considered
I almost
it.
said
Oh,
something, but I didn't.
I mean, I like that you specifically pointed out with us.
Or Pornhub.
But, like, I mean, like, you know.
Too much? Too far? Okay.
After we stop recording, though, like, you know.
We'll start recording
are we gonna
with
have
the
a
camera. And
Yeah, we
you
got the
know,
camera in the room. We'll
We'll
make
put it
happen.
on X-Hamster.
We'll need a better table.
Oh, yeah, this table's garbage. Yeah.
It's a stunt
sure.
table.
No, the stunt table is what I broke.
Oh, I actually do have footage of that, yeah.
Yeah,
It wasn't a real stunt table.
Oh.
we did like an Eric Andre sketch, and I was Hannibal Buress.
That's so fun.
I had a lot of fun doing it. I want to do it again. Can we
I
do it
still
again?
need to release the full video of it.
Can we please like do another one?
Yes, I
Thank
would
you.
love to. Yeah.
And for part of it, I was supposed to jump like onto the table, and I did that, and I just bounced off. And I was like, no, I really want to break this table. I want to break this table. And so it took us like a couple months to finally get to like, I had just drank enough to be like, all right, I'm going to jump on the table now. And I jumped the first time and I missed. And then the second time I was like, all right, I'll do it. And I jumped and the legs just came out from under it. Like when I jumped. So it just like one leg came all the way out, the other one was like partially out, and then the back two were fine. And I was like, I did it, I broke it. It was an expensive table too. Like it cost like $40.
Oh. Why didn't you, like, try to, like, disassemble the table and then jump on it?
It was a fold-out table.
Oh yeah.
Oh, so it was already... Okay.
Yeah, it was crappy. And then that same night, you pulled out the other pool table or the other pull-out table, and you set it down, and you know you had all of my new phone hood discs.
Yeah, we
was that
started
what
putting
it was?
stuff on it, and it just, like, collapsed.
Yeah, I think it was like Patrick or you put a drink down on the table, and it just collapsed.
It was rolling because everyone gave rolling shit for it. When
No,
all
that's
rolling
right,
did
that's
was
No, what happened was I was sitting down on the side, and I was playing with, I think, like, the cards or something. Patrick put his drink down, and then it fell.
I don't know about
But
that.
because I was at the table, everybody blamed me.
Yeah, I remember everyone blamed you because
We
I remember
definitely-
watching
yeah.
it happen.
Yeah.
We definitely blamed you because that night took a turn for the worse.
I was just blamed for, like, literally every single thing. And then
And then he kicked everyone out.
Yeah, that was not a good night for me. It was...
No, but like I definitely like after sitting there thinking about it, I was like, I get it. Like,
Yeah.
you know, that one ass slap lifted you off the ground. That's fair.
Oh.
I think somebody else slapped me on the ass. I was like just the joke, and I was
Patrick,
I was already
sure.
pissed off, and then and then I was like on the couch, and my girlfriend's like fake humping me, while I'm trying to play this video game, and just like it was just like one thing after another, and then
God, that sounds so terrible. I'm so sorry.
no, yeah, and then like Patrick would just do stuff like he just wouldn't take. He just like. If I asked him to do something, he's like, I'm not fucking doing that. Like, he would do a mess, and he was like, I'm not fucking helping. Or just something like, just like one thing after another. And then I yelled at everybody and kicked them out. It was a good time.
No, you didn't yell. That's the thing, is you didn't yell. But you did say, all right, everyone grab your shit and get out. And then I was like, oh, okay. And you're like, take the table. Get that table the fuck out of here. And I was like, all
I know,
right.
this is a really funny story.
Patrick and I we were just like, yeah, we're just gonna leave it at the top of his driveway, cause like, you know,
yeah.
that's where the trash goes. And I was on the phone with Nate, and Nate was like, you should probably go get it. And I went back and I got it.
Okay, that's good.
As usual, I'm the hero. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But like, not really. But like, so Zach, you were gone for a while. Do you want to talk about that? Are you comfortable talking about that? I don't know. It's just like, you know.
How long has that one been there?
I don't know. I was like, well, we're low on stuff to talk about, I think, a little bit.
You know what?
But I
Yeah,
do want to talk more.
Yeah, because I don't really know. I haven't talked to you in like years.
Yeah, Zach kind of disappeared for a little bit.
I love that you're dancing around it.
Well, so okay, fine. Do you want me to? Do you want
No,
me to say? Do you want me to say
I'll
the
back
word,
him up.
Zach?
Like, we don't want to just like...
No, it's fine. Yeah, no.
So Zach committed a serious war crime and needed to leave the country for a little bit.
I did. Yeah, all those the thing in Texas.
Children.
Yeah. So we're talking about when I went to the nut house, right?
Oh, I was just talking about the
that
time
one?
that you disappeared after pants because.
I think they're talking about the nut.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was like, oh yeah, we can switch to that.
I mean, do you want to? We don't have to talk about
We
this
don't
if
have
you
to.
don't want to.
Guys, no, I'm like I totally fine. It is not a sort of subject.
They had cool doorknobs.
They did.
What?
So okay, yeah, actually this is a great conversation because like a little bit of context for anyone who like doesn't know me at all. I got very small from an eating disorder, and I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Wisconsin, a place I've never heard of before. I get up there, and like this like old bald man in like a tux has like my name on it at the airport, and like the whole time, because it's a pretty like renowned like rehab for people, and I was like, have you driven celebrities? I was like, yeah, for sure. Like, anybody I would know? He's like, yeah. I was like, who? Lindsay? She's like, I can't tell you.
Lindsay?
Yeah,
Oh,
let's see
yeah.
that.
Lindsay Lohan?
Oh.
I was like, Demi? Somebody? No, he wouldn't tell me. But I'm pretty sure it was Demi.
But that is the thing, whenever your job is to work with celebrities, like it's so unprofessional, like you just can't talk about it.
Yeah, I think it's like a HIPAA thing. But
Yeah.
I was there, God, I want to say like 8 months. I mean, completely, like, I would not be alive if I went there. So that's why I'm so comfortable talking about it, because, like, it's not, I mean, I wasn't in a straitjacket or anything. I was just kind of, like, on a feeding tube. And Nate, actually, he went up to Wisconsin for work. And this was when I was on, like, the inpatient level. And this sounds really sad when you say it out loud, but we were all very weak. Like, you know, nobody was above, like, I want to say 105 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, having some excitement of Nate coming, and Nate's like, I'm like an hour and a half away. I'm like, I'll foot your Uber, man. And all I hear is, I mean, in an eating disorder unit, it's mostly women. And I think that's just kind of who it affects the most because of, you know, the world we live in.
Mm-hmm.
And all I hear is, like, the elevator ding, a bunch of women giggling, and then,
I've never
hey,
heard
y'all! I just turned around and was like, what the fuck? This is a place that because I told him, check in at the front desk. You're gonna have to get security wanded. You're gonna have to get patted down. He comes in with how about cursed? He comes in with a pocket knife that you were supposed to leave at the front.
You said they was going to take it from
Why'd
me.
you bring it? It's a mental hospital.
Because I had to get a sketchy Uber. I had to Uber an hour and a half in Wisconsin, and the guy, like, he's like, "Are you going to be Ubering back?" And he's like, "Yeah," because I was like, "Yeah, I'll probably be Ubering back." And he's like, "Yeah, could I get something as collateral?" I said, "What do you mean you need something as collateral?" And he's like, "Yeah, so I know you're going to call me back, like your watch maybe." I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be coming back tonight. You can just go on home."
Isn't that the same guy who asked you if you've ever seen a hay bale before?
Yes. We drove by a hay bale in a field, and he pointed at that, and it was like, it wasn't even a big field or nothing. It was an okay sized field, and it had a couple of hay bales, and he looked at it and said, "You ever seen anything like that in real life before?" He was foreign, so it didn't sound quite like that, but...
Oh, God.
I was like, well, yeah, we got a couple of those in North Carolina, I guess.
What is up with the doorknobs, though? What were they?
So everything in that, everything's designed to be kill yourself proof. So
Yeah.
the doorknobs, there were no shower, the water the water for the shower just came out of the wall.
Okay.
They had a lot of measures in place. I couldn't have any strings in hoodies or anything, but anytime I take a shit, right? Since it's an eating disorder unit, they want to make sure that it is a shit. And so, I have to have, it's common for me to walk out into the hallway and be like, "Hey, I took a piss." They have to flush it for me. They have to inspect it.
Oh, so you don't, throw up?
Well, no, I didn't.
They gotta make sure he's
some
actually
people
eating
did.
his food. And
Yeah.
And what's
that's
worse
I mean.
is
yeah.
if you have a fair amount of cleanup to do, right? They have to look. They gotta peer under the layers. And
Oh,
I'm
wow.
God, I'm eating hospital food. What do you expect?
Yeah.
I'm
I got
a
the
shit inspector.
But, yeah, it was. I'm trying to think of the best stories that are podcast worthy from it.
FBI, federal bowel
Didn't you try to
inspector.
escape once?
I made a joke about escaping. I have actually so many stories. One time I got really excited in Mario Kart, and so I went up as a joke. I was gonna unplug the TV. I unplugged myself. I ripped the feeding tube out of my nose. But probably the best story is we had to do these exposures, and my insurance pays for me to basically do what I fear. And when your brain does what you fear enough, it stops fearing it because you have evidence where oh, this isn't gonna fucking kill me. So
Okay.
I was going because I had a fear of things coming up the other way, vomiting.
Okay.
That's kind of why I got super sick. So I was going because I was gonna fake vom in front of a bunch of people, and I did, but other people were there for social anxiety. So we went to a Brewers game, huge stadium packed with I don't know 10,000 people, and my therapist jokingly said, "You know what would be hilarious?" And I still had the feeding tube attached. It wasn't attached to a machine, but it's just still in me. And he's like, "Wouldn't it be hilarious if you proposed to someone on the Jumbotron?" And I was like, yeah, it would. And he's like, "Let's do it."
But that's very much how we've done videos.
And I was like, "They're my ride. I can't." And so I was like, "No, I don't." And he's like, "No, we're doing it." And so I committed. I dead ass. I don't know who you can ask, but you really just have to. It's on YouTube, and I'm not gonna find it for you because it's really bad. But I went up to customer guest services, feeding tube on my nose, and I said, "Hi, I brought my girlfriend here. We've been dating for a while, and I gotta level with you. I don't have a lot of time." And I was like, "I really would like," because the feeding tube sold it. Yeah. I really would like to propose to her. Yeah. And I'm already pretty thin.
Yeah.
And so they're like, "Oh, honey," they're like, "Usually we a week in advance, but
Oh, honey.
congratulations." And so I one of the patients that went with us was already married, so I had a actual engagement ring in hand.
Oh,
and
so good.
They got my seat numbers and everything, and I was sitting next to my friend, and all of a sudden, like, we were on the billboard, and I was like, oh, fuck. And so, like, I got up, and she's like, stop. But she... I'm sorry. She has a feeding tube too, right? And so we would do this thing instead of hugging, because people didn't like us hugging in mental hospitals. Like, that was gay. And we would take the end of our feeding tubes and we would, like, touch them together, and we called it the tube touch. And I kid you not, if you Urban Dictionary search that, I'm the one who put it in there. And so, like, we metaphorically tied the knot. But in front of 10,000 people, we took our feeding tubes. After she said yes, of course, we tied them together, and it was one of the stupidest things, but greatest things I've ever done. Like, still, if I go back to, like, my Apple Watch records, I was close to a cardiac arrest. Like, I didn't have social anxiety, but holy shit. Like, people were around us like, congrats. Yeah. As, like, my other friend wanted a ring back, but, you know, we were...
What are you going to get back from all those people?
Yeah, no, we were going to wait until we got back to the hospital.
It's just a joke.
Did you find the tube touch?
The young Chuck?
Yeah. No, that's me.
Yeah, it's number 2.
Number 2?
Well, the first one is, like, basically docking.
No! I was the only definition for years! Son of a...
Report it.
Look, like, the timestamps, I did that in the hospital. I was using the hospital computer to put that in there.
The process is similar to that in Avatar 2009. Oh man, I want to make like a piece of merch where we just do that. It's like the one true definition.
Oh my gosh.
Hey babe, can we touch tubes later?
Yeah, that's what, like, when anyone's like, do you feel comfortable talking about the mental hospital? I'm like, fuck yeah, I do.
Do you have any other stories about it?
I mean, kind of. There was this one, I mean, some people actually, they were there for PTSD, and their brain is so traumatized where if anything comes close to reminding them, they'll just knock out unconscious.
Oh, wow.
And this one girl would knock out, she would, at one point become my girlfriend, but she would knock out from loud sounds. And I remember that day I had
Like a rabbit.
It got way too quiet.
I'm just trying to process that one. Well, I'm gonna park that one.
Nate, whenever he tells a joke, he'll just look at you. He'll be like, yeah.
Big eyes.
It's pretty funny, right? Yeah.
What a joke. Rabbits do that. They die when they hear loud sounds.
Oh, I thought you meant the rabbit was loud.
No, rabbits like pass out and stuff when they hear loud sounds or go into cardiac arrest.
I think
goats do
I
that.
think you're thinking of hamsters.
No, rabbits. Bunnies.
Goats, like, they freeze.
They faint.
No, well, they probably, but I know that they, like, their body just constricts and they freeze totally, and they end up, like, jumping a little bit.
So yeah, your rabbit girlfriend.
Yeah, your rabbit girlfriend.
Yeah, yeah. So, like, I had a bad day and I was really sedated, and so I was walking to put my dishes up, and, like, the dish bucket is right in front of me, but me with a pile of dishes as I was taking for all my friends, being the nice guy, I dropped a whole bunch of dishes. And then she just fucking collapses. And then, like, I was, as I yelled, I'm sorry, yelling was another trigger for a patient. So they collapse. And the employees are just like, Zach, get out of here. That's like, people are just starting to slump over in their chairs. And it's like me high on Xanax who's just like watching all these people. I thought it was like the fucking Rapture. And then this one girl, she was passed out so many times and having concussions that she was a liability for the hospital. So if she passed out one more time, they had to kick her out. And so what she would do is she would go around. We were at a residential level, so it's like a hospitalized house. She was in an office chair, and like she would move from point A to point B in an office chair. And I remember she was so excited to see her husband that night. She was married young, like 25, and I walk in the hall after dinner. And she was unconscious in the office chair, and she was starting to slump, like starting to slide. And I was like, like I'm gonna have to touch her to get her up. And so like what I went behind her and I'd like tried to like go up underneath her arms.
Yeah.
Wasn't really working because they were like some people actually would start to shake a little bit, kind of like almost like I think it's called a psychosomatic seizure. I want to say. Anyway.
Okay.
So, like, she wasn't really holding still, and it did not feel very consensual. But, like, I had to grab this woman by the boobs and I had to haul her up. And she woke up as I'm, like, behind her. And I was like, hi, I'm so glad you're awake. Please sit up. And because, I mean, she's in this office chair. Forgot the part where she's wearing a helmet, like a bike helmet.
Well, yeah, you
Oh
did
my
leave that
God.
part out.
Yeah, so a bunch of people would be living in this house because it was a 2-story house, and like people just like you just hear it like down the stairs, and we're like,
Oh, there goes Marty again.
yeah. And so like I wanted her to see her husband, but like there I am in the hallway just holding this woman up by her breasts for a couple minutes, and then she wakes up. She's like, "Where am I?" I was like, "I'm so glad you're awake, but please sit up right now."
So while you're playing Mario Kart, like there was an actual professional go-kart person in your house.
Kind of.
Professional is a loose term.
No, I just wanted to see that face.
I mean, sure. Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah, I have so many
Did she get
stories.
kicked out though?
Did you rat on her?
What, Nate?
Passing out that extra time.
Why would I?
I was just wondering.
I wouldn't be like, yeah,
This woman.
she doesn't deserve treatment.
Becky Jane passed out again.
I mean, some people would. You would eventually start to learn when people would pass out because they would start to have signals. And so, like, I remember this new girl came, and we were all sitting around a table, and I just casually throw a pillow behind my friend, and they're like, "Why'd you do that?" And like I was like, "Give it like 5 seconds," and she just went thunk.
Dang.
And they're like, I think that scared them so much rather than I thought it would impress them. And they're just
like
like,
a superpower.
dude.
That was pretty dope. I don't know. I thought that was really cool.
Like just like it's happening.
If I saw that, I would have been so impressed.
Well, because she like they start to like look around. Everyone would have like their certain triggers, but I mean I can go on and on. This woman like inhaled a leaf into her lungs. I have it written down into a thick book, and actually one of my projects that I'm working on, I know a guy who works for Warner Bros. Television, and we're working on, hopefully at some point we're going to pitch it as a series called
gosh.
Another Day in Paradise, because every day the nurses would be like, "How's it going today?" And we'd be like, well, "Fuck you, another day in paradise, I guess. Look at, you gotta check out my morning shit."
Dude, I love that. I think that's fantastic. I don't care.
Okay, I hope it makes it through.
Me too. I don't know. It's kind of touchy. I feel like people. It's like the best way I could describe it is if it's The Office, but in a mental hospital, because it's essentially what it was.
I feel like mental illness is talked about enough now that it might have like a better headway than like years prior. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I think so.
Has a good chance to shine a better light on recovery and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, man, you're going up against young Sheldon. You've got a fucking shot. I watched an episode of Young Sheldon. Not good.
Old people eat that show up.
Oh yeah.
Nate, I love you so much. I might go as far to say if I were gay, you'd be in my sights.
Thank you.
Don't act like that's the first time you've heard that.
That's definitely not the first time you've heard someone say that.
No, everybody in the friend group is like, if I was gay, you seem very feminine.
Yeah, that's fair. Everyone,
Yeah.
well, okay, we ask a lot of questions, and I guess ask a lot of questions makes it sound like we constantly contemplate who in the friend group we're gonna. But
But
No, like the games we play and shit will be like, yeah, you have to pick someone out of the group, and then it's like, well, I mean, only one of them's kind of girlish. Not in a bad way. Like you're like, especially with facial hair, it's gone away a lot.
Yeah.
You've gotten uglier with facial hair, is what he's trying to say.
Thank you.
No. Sorry, Zach. You must have a lot of questions.
Kind of.
We don't have answers. I'm gonna be honest with
Yeah.
you.
Is it the ass?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I've never seen your ass.
What the fuck? What do you mean?
I've never looked at
I've
your
never
ass.
been so insulted. Dude, my ass is good.
I've never looked at your ass either. I gotta be honest.
I feel like I try my best to wear these nice jeans, and you guys don't even appreciate it.
These aren't jeans.
Well, not right now.
I just imagine like a mirror smooth polished ass.
Like
Yeah.
Ethan's.
Is Ethan smooth? I
No,
know Ethan's smooth.
we've seen it.
I try to avoid looking at it whenever it comes around.
I have told this story so many times. That guy had the smoothest ass I had ever seen. It glistened in the sunlight.
That was the sweat.
That,
No, you just got out of the shower.
yeah.
Don't bring up.
Well, I think we told
Yeah, we
him.
told that story.
He did. Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send that one to Tina.
Tina's Ethan's mom, if you don't know.
I didn't. I was gonna go with it.
Oh, yeah, that's his mom.
Thanks.
Is Tina a MILF?
No. Oh, don't send this to her.
It was just how fast you said
I
it.
hope we don't. We
Cut that.
Yeah, sure, we'll cut that.
Well, actually, I'll probably just end it right there. I'll probably just be like, "Is Tina a MILF?" And then outro song.
tune in next time.
Yeah.
Tune in next time to find out we have Tina on as a guest.
How do you feel about Zach? Is that a sylph? Is that a thing?
Silk?
Son, I'd like to fuck.
I hate that way more than
Oh
milk.
God.
Too much? Too much? That's
It
fair.
has a different connotation
Can
about
I-
it.
Yeah.
Okay, do I have permission
Son's
to make
friend. I'd like to. What would that be?
It'd be like saying a DILF is a daughter I'd like to fuck.
Ugh.
Yeah, right. It's fucked up, ain't it?
I mean, gilfs are a thing.
Yeah.
I get behind that.
I could get behind a gilf, if you know what I mean.
Get some of that sweet gumming.
Oh, God.
That's how you end it.